Welcome to our Plugs Community Connection. I am your host, DJ Kitty Cat, with my sister co-host, Miss Morningstar on WKRA 92.7 FM The Change. If you're looking for the best in news, current events, community outreach programs, and shopping connections, you've come to the right place. We've got a great mix of content and community connections lined up for you this evening, along with special guest interviews. So, grab your favorite drink of choice, turn up the volume, and let's get into it.
Good morning, WKRA 92.7 The Change. It is your morning host and co-host, DJ Kitty and Miss Morningstar, and we are from Our Plugs, the Community Connection. And today is January 12th for for TikTok and YouTube and Instagram and Facebook, are all of our listeners that are joining us this evening. And of course, it is January 13th. It is Tuesday out there in Holly Springs, Mississippi, as well as Memphis, Tennessee. Today's going to be a good day. It is my birthday week, and I am celebrating. I'm going to celebrate. I've celebrated already, but I'm celebrating all month long, along with Miss Morningstar, as well as Miss Jack and Queen and T-Wiz and Priscilla. It's a whole slew of us. I mean, my goodness, Miss Jack, Capricorns. Anyway, we don't want to brag too much, but we are the beginning and the end. I need you guys to understand that. We are the beginning and the end, and that's what makes us so powerful. So today is going to be just as powerful because we have a wonderful show planned for you with Viper Vet. Now, y'all know Viper Vet comes in and he shows us things that I'm not going to say makes us upset. He just opens our eyes to see things. And me, myself, personally, I have a fan that I, cool myself off with so that I don't lose my account, number one, on TikTok. And I don't have Raven calling me saying, if you curse one more time. So come on in, grab you something good to drink, and get ready for this amazing show. Here is your daily reminder to drink your 16 ounces of water. Water does the body good, and take your morning medication. And stay on top of that. Our health is our wealth. And you can have all the money in the world, but that health will knock you on your butt. You can't take it with you to heaven or hell, whichever way you choose to go. Anyway, that is not my business, your choice. But we're going to have a great show. First things first, we must start with our positive affirmations. We get those positive affirmations from my little sister, my girl, Miss Morningstar, and she always comes with the real. So I'm going to hush it up and let Miss Morningstar, the affirmation queen, take over. Good morning, Miss Morningstar. How are you, honey?
Hello, hello, hello. Happy birthday. Still going. It's still going. Good morning, everybody in Holly Springs in Mississippi, in Memphis, Tennessee. Welcome in, guys. Good morning. And hello, TikTok, and YouTube Live. Good evening to you all. Hope you all had a fabulous day today. So, yes, we are going to get into some affirmations, 21 affirmations to attract love, prosperity, good health, and wealth. All
Yes.
things we love and need and want.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody want a little love. Everybody wants some prosperity and some good health, definitely. And it won't hurt to get a little cash, a little wealth,
It doesn't hurt.
It don't hurt. It don't hurt. We can get a little extra in our pockets. So let's do some affirmations to affirm that. Remember, we are doing standardization. I'm gonna keep on with that. Standardizing we not doing resolutions. We are standardizing what we want for this year, right? And that means we definitely are bound to get it because we are making it part of our journey. So When life throws you one or too many curveballs, it's time to reset. So affirmations is a good way to reset for the week. Think about what can turn you around and just kind of go with it. So here are some affirmations for love, prosperity, good health, and wealth. Number one, fill my mind with positive thoughts. That's first and foremost. Be positive. I have the power to create change and build a life I love. Absolutely, you do. Number three, I am worthy of success. I am worthy of love. Love is all around me. The love I've always dreamed of is real and part of my story, and more amazing than I could ever hope or wish for. I only attract healthy, loving relationships. My mind is sound. My body is whole. My body is healthy. I am free of any physical, emotional, or mental pain elements. As of today, I will let go of all negative thoughts and feelings regarding money and my finances. Money comes to me in unexpected and expected ways.
Unexpected and expected. Okay.
Yeah, I like that. I find peace knowing that financial security is a constant in my life and will continue to be for all my days. I receive that. I attract wealth and opportunity. Receive that.
Absolutely.
I celebrate in success of others. My insecurity, jealousy, and feelings of inadequacy have no place in my heart or mind.
No place.
I am not intimidated by current circumstances. I am valuable. I am worthy. I attract everything good that God has for me. I am blessed to be a blessing. My cup runs over. I love that.
Me too.
Yeah, they fill your cup up, let it run over with blessings. I love that. I have only scratched the surface of the blessings headed my way.
Only
And that
scratch
is
the
your,
surface.
yeah, that's your 21 affirmations for to attract love, prosperity, good health, and wealth.
I
So
love
use
it.
that. Y'all.
I absolutely love it. All the things like you said that we need, all
Yeah.
the things. It doesn't, you can try and minimize it or try and pinpoint exactly what it is, but in the grand scheme of things, these are all the things that we all need and all want
Mm-hmm.
out of life. So thank you for sharing it. And you guys do realize that once you speak it, it happens. So if you're
Mm-hmm.
speaking positively, then it positively will happen. If you're speaking negatively, then it negatively will happen. Just look at the man with the rotten hands. Everything he says is horrible. That's why his hands are rotten and his feet are swollen. And that heart is, baby. Anyway, let's go ahead and get into this weather. Okay. Holly Springs, you have a high today of 63, a low of 43. Feels like temperature is 59 during the day, 27 at night. Winds are out of the southwest at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Rain chances about 2%. It is humid during the day. It's moderately humid during the day and high at night. Air quality is very good. So get out there, ride your bike, go breathe, get some air, fill up your lungs and exhale, release all the stress that this world has. We see it all day long. So get out there and realize that you are somebody who deserves happiness. Get out there and breathe. Memphis, Tennessee, high today of 63, a low of 46. Feels like temperature 60 during the day, 31 at night. Ooh, that's cold. 31. Oh my goodness. They shut down Houston if it was 31 degrees. But I digress. Winds are out of the southwest at 10 to 15 miles per hour. You have a 3% chance of rain. Humidity is moderate during the day and high at night. Air quality is very good. Get out there and breathe. Breathing is the solution to everything. Houston, high today of 59, a low of 49. I can dig it. We're not in the 30s, we're not in the 20s. I can dig it. Feels like temperatures 58 during the day, 47 at night. Winds are out of the southwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. We have a 15% chance of rain. Humidity is moderate during the day and high at night, and air quality is good. Again, get out there, get on your bikes, go for a walk, get out there and just breathe. Put your phone down. Sometimes you just got to put it down so that you can be okay. We've got a lot going on in these United States of America. And with that being said, let's go ahead and hop into some whoo news that you can use. Miss Morningstar.
All right. Well, guys, you already know the drill, so we're going to get right into some stuff. So nearly 15,000 nurses, I don't know if you guys heard about this, go on strike at major New York City hospitals. So the workers are basically demanding more robust staffing levels and higher pay. The strike comes after 3 years after a smaller job action lawsuit was won against significant gains. So nearly 15,000 nurses went on strike, and it's kind of it's like a catch-20 with that, because we know we need our nurses to do the
We do.
care. We need our nurses. Nurses are like the heartbeat of the hospital, and they basically run the hospital. I know doctors got the paper, but the nurses are the heartbeat.
Yeah.
Give them their money.
Give them their money.
Give them their money. The union is representing the nurses, says the strike is necessary to force the hospitals to ensure minimum staffing ratio. They're overworked too. I mean, especially in New York, I can imagine after COVID, man. I mean, those nurses have been worked to the bone. And I know they're tired and they're overwhelmed. Too many patients. Right now, we have a flu epidemic going on in the United States. A lot of people are getting sick even after they get the flu shot. And it's so many different mutated strains now. Even with you having the flu shot, people are still getting deathly sick.
Yes, they are.
These nurses are working around the clock. Short people call in. I mean, I know a lot when it comes to the nurse, because I run an inpatient nursing in my career. So it's a high turnaround. It is a high turnaround. We are always recruiting for nurses. And then we have this administration trying to diminish their professionalism.
Per usual.
When they are the heartbeat of the hospital.
As if nurses don't need all of the, education that they can possibly get to keep people alive.
Yeah. Yeah. It's disrespect. It's totally disrespectful.
But if you think about it, every facet of our lives have been impacted negatively by this man who thinks that he is in charge. He wants to run. He's not running America. And let me tell you why I say he's not running America. Today, and y'all are going to be like, what? So today or yesterday for Holly Springs in Memphis, Frumpy was in a meeting. He had his boys in there, his homeboys, the ones that do and say whatever he tells them to do and say because they're tools. He had them in a meeting. So let me read the headline. Marco Rubio slides private note to Frumpy during televised press conference. Okay, so they were live. Get this. Trump looks down at it and reads it out loud. So let's find out what was on the note. Baby, you can't make this up. You cannot make it up.
No, when somebody slides you a note, you might not want to read it loudly. But see, his comprehension level, he not a good reader. So he gotta be like, the time to come in. That's how he read, I imagine. So go ahead.
Pretty much. So, Rubio slid him a little note, to tell him, Let me just read it. President Donald Trump appeared to put Secretary of State Marco Rubio in an awkward spot, you think, during a White House press appearance on Friday, January 9th, when he had read a handwritten note from Rubio aloud on television, on live television. Trump, who is 79, was meeting with oil and gas executives at the White House. He sat between VP Couch Hump, I can't say that on the radio, VP Eyeliner and Rubio at the table, right? At one point, after Frumpy invited ConocoPhillips CEO Ryan Lance to speak, Rubio passed a note towards the president as Eyeliner looked on, right? Here's Frumpy. Marco just gave me a note. Rubio he put his cap on his pen and glanced down as if to say, please don't read this note out loud. And guess what he did? He read it out loud. Frumpy said, go back to Chevron. They want to discuss something. Go back to Chevron. And Vance, Eyeliner, broke out into laughter as Frumpy spoke while Marco smiled, looking uncomfortable. These people cannot be serious. Again, somebody else is in this man's ear. Y'all know, like I know, this man is not intelligent enough to do half of the things he's doing. He can barely walk upright. But he's got these other ones in his ear trying to sway him. And so they tell him what they want him to do. And what does he do? He goes out there and he does it. We have the most unserious administration ever.
It's ridiculous. It's just so embarrassing. It's like, I know we don't, I feel like, we part in the 92% or so. It really don't reflect us, but it do because we live here. And so when people who don't know us and know we 92%ers, I might have to start just shouting it out. Somebody look at me strange and I'm a 92%er, y'all. Y'all know what that means?
92%.
I didn't vote for him. I don't like him. He ain't mine.
But I did notice that a lot of people are it is very embarrassing, are very vocal about the 92% and wanting the 92% to get out there and go and march. Now, Miss Good lost her life. Okay. There are so many brown and black people who have lost their lives over the centuries, not the last few years. Centuries since our existence in this country, okay? And all of a sudden now that Miss Good, God rest her soul, lost her life, they want us to get out there. My question to you is, this happened last week. I've seen marches, and now what? Now what do you want us to do? Because we're not doing it. But what are y'all gonna do? And I see I've seen so many posts about, well, Black people need to get out. We don't need to do a thing. We don't need to do
nothing. That ain't the right approach because we, like we tell our good friend, our friends, our creators that come on Fridays, and I know some people are going. Everybody has a role,
right, to do,
and that just ain't my role. I know my lane. I always tell people, stay in your lane. Stay in the lane you belong in. And I know it's a lot of us, like people like me, I belong in the lane that I'm currently participating in, which is making sure I am working on my community efforts through our plugs, and also speaking to people every chance I get, trying to help people get registered to vote, talking to the youth, doing things like that. I'm staying in my lane.
That's our lane.
That's my lane.
So I need creators, to stop asking the 92%ers, what are we going to do? We've been doing it. We've never not done it. We've never not done. when have we had the opportunity to sit back and not do anything? Never. But right now, we're doing exactly what we need to do. We went out and voted in 2024. 77 million of y'all decided to put that man with them black hands back in the office. The one that, you know, he wants to redact all the e-files, the one that, got convicted of 34 felonies. That's who y'all wanted back in the White House. Don't come over here asking us to do anything other than what we want to do.
Exactly. I want to talk about, and I know we got to take a break in a few minutes.
Go ahead. We got time.
But, well, it's a video I'm going to play. But I'll talk about it, then we'll go to break, and then we'll come back and I'll play it real quick. Play the soundbite from Jerome Powell, our head of the Federal Reserve. Jerome Powell. Trump, who actually was the person who hired him back in 2017, I believe.
He did hire him.
He hired him, right?
He
hired him to do a job, and Jerome is doing his job. And I'm just say this, white man named Jerome, I don't think you want to play him too close.
Cause I've only been
somewhere down the line, somebody called him Jerome. So I don't know what his lineage is, but boy named Jerome. I'm just saying, you don't want to play Jerome too close. And you playing him too close because now you are trying to come at him legally and test his character and his credentials. Because people take that to offense about my job. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to my job, I do my job. And so on Sunday night, he wanted to get ahead of this SCOTUS hearing that he has to go to because of Trump. Because what Trump wants him to do, Trump, y'all, he wants him to lie to the American people. He wants him to, just like he wants all of us to lie. He wants all of us to believe a lie. Numbers he make up. He wants us to believe that interest rates have went down. Everything is perfect. We are living in the best economy. Everybody is making great money.
The lie.
He wants us to believe, even though we are the ones making the money and we're seeing our money is not going very far. We see that our prices have not come down. Okay, you can brag about gasoline, but around this time of the year, gasoline usually fluctuates. So it's usually the premium blend at the end of the year. So we know prices are lower on gas. Nothing to do with him. And we see what's happening. But see, people who don't know this, they'll be like, oh, he's stealing oil tanks, he's doing this, he's bringing they are ignorant to what's really going on. So, Jerome broke it down in a statement. Do you want to go to commercial break or come back?
Go ahead.
Okay. Go ahead and play what he said. Y'all just listen. Hold on 1 second. Hold on.
Federal Reserve.
You want to go to commercial break or come back?
Go ahead.
Oh, I got two things on. Hold on, y'all. Okay. So we're going to play Jerome Powell and go back to his statement.
Good evening. On Friday, the Department of Justice
Can you guys hear him?
The Federal Reserve with grand jury subpoenas, threatening a criminal indictment related to my testimony before the Senate Banking Committee last June. That testimony concerned in part a multi-year project to renovate historic Federal Reserve office buildings. I have deep respect for the rule of law and for accountability in our democracy. No one, certainly not the chair of the Federal Reserve, is above the law. But this unprecedented action should be seen in the broader context of the administration's threats and ongoing pressure. This new threat is not about my testimony last June or about the renovation of the Federal Reserve buildings. It is not about Congress's oversight rule. The Fed, through testimony and other public disclosures, made every effort to keep Congress informed about the renovation project. Those are pretexts. The threat of criminal charges is a consequence of the Federal Reserve setting interest rates based on our best assessment of what will serve the public, rather than following the preferences of the president. This is about whether the Fed will be able to continue to set interest rates based on evidence and economic conditions, or whether instead monetary policy will be directed by political pressure or intimidation. I have served at the Federal Reserve under 4 administrations, Republicans and Democrats alike. In every case, I have carried out my duties without political fear or favor, focused solely on our mandate of price stability and maximum employment. Public service sometimes requires standing firm in the face of threats. I will continue to do the job the Senate confirmed me to do, with integrity and a commitment to serving the American people. Thank you.
And thank you, sir, for your
Jerome
service.
said, play with your mammy.
Thank you for your service.
I'm going to do my job, is what I heard.
I was hired to do a job, and I'm going to do it even with the threats of criminal prosecution. They threatening this man with criminal prosecution.
For telling the truth.
Because he won't do the bidding of a whole coup, y'all, our president. He runs, that's what he got impeached for before, you guys. Remember he did the coup call, he called Zelensky, and it was a favor for a favor. This is
pro quo.
Yeah, quid pro quo. This is what he does.
Yeah.
He is he is an unlawful person.
Yes.
He
is. It is very sickening. And the mere fact that he hired this man, remember he fired the black lady, what's her name? He fired her for telling the truth. These people are not going to lie. These people have integrity. They've done this. This isn't a talk show host or a game show to them. They've lived their lives supporting and being a part of this country and doing a job, and they've done it well. And here comes Frumpy with them black hands and that lion tongue, and he wants them to go back against all of their morals and their oath and their responsibility. He wants them to push that out the door and just do what he says. Boy, I cannot wait until I'm telling you. For my birthday.
And anybody who works for the federal government know that we, as well as veterans and anybody who is a federal entity, we take an oath.
Yes.
We have to take an oath. Everybody does. They took one, and they are adhering to their oath, while others are breaking the Constitution constantly.
We need term limits, if you ask me. Let's go ahead and take a quick commercial break. I do have one story about Senator Kelly suing Pete Kegsbreath, as he should.
Because he said, who you playing with?
Play with your mammy.
Who you playing with, drunk?
Okay.
Come on, little boy. Come sit down, little boy. Let me teach you something.
Put the bottle down. Okay. Let me learn you something. Little boy.
I'm going to learn you today.
Okay. We'll be right back. You are listening to Our Plugs, a community connection on WKRA 92.7 The Change.
Why advertise with Our Plugs, LLC? What do you get? Radio promotion. Perfect for online businesses. YouTube promotion. Customers can view your commercial. TikTok promo. Gain followers and showcase product. Follow us on all platforms. YouTube and TikTok. Our Plugs, LLC. www.ourplugs.com.
Hey guys, yes, this is my nonprofit, Carter's Caring Hands. And what my nonprofit does, we give fresh food boxes to those families in need that's struggling to keep food on their tables. We also go out into the unhoused community, give out care bags here in the Kalamazoo, Michigan area. So if you'd like to donate to the cause, please go to www.carterscaringhands.com and donate whatever you can, so we together can uplift those families that's struggling to keep food on their tables. Highly appreciate it. God bless.
Welcome to a world that sparkles. Sparkle Kicks LLC is your one-stop shop for a wide variety of customized items. So bling out your Crocs, customize that cutting board, get you custom dominoes. Stop by and we will customize your order today. We can be found on Etsy and Our Plugs LLC. I'll be waiting to customize your order. All you need to do is place it.
Hi, everyone. My name is Ashley Middleton, life and executive leadership coach and owner of Radiate Coaching and Development, where we provide transformational, strength-based coaching and mentorship. My goal specifically is to support you in identifying your mission, your vision, and your values that help you take your power back as you are building your career. Whether it's within or outside of the corporate world, my goal is to really empower you in making decisions that work well for you. So if you want to reach out to me, by all means, you can email me at radiate@midspiration.com or check out my website at radiatecoaching.com.
At Lovership Apparel, we believe fashion is more than clothing. It's a statement of self-love, confidence, and authenticity. From our signature beautiful hoodies to our versatile everyday wear, every piece is designed to inspire you to embrace who you truly are. Whether you're at home or on the go, making moves in the world, Lovership Apparel lets you show up boldly and comfortably. Shop the collection today at www.lovershipapparel.com or find us on ourplugs.com. Lovership Apparel, where love meets style.
And we are back. You are listening to Our Plugs, the Community Connection on WKRA 92.7 The Change. Okay, so I was speaking before we went to commercial break about Senator Kelly suing Pete Kegsbreath and warning the Trump administration is weaponizing military discipline to punish dissent. So Senator Mark Kelly, the Democrat from Arizona, sued the Trump administration over his attempt to reduce his retired Navy rank and pension. The U.S. Senator argues the move is unconstitutional retaliation and part of a broader effort by Trump to weaponize the military against political opponents. Now, I say that, and the more I read, all I can think about is the fact that my niece and nephews are in the military. My daughter is retired from the military. Can you believe it? I'm only 21, but I got a child who's already retired. Anyway, I know, right? So our kids are out there and they are having to deal with this man with these black hands. Thank you, Technique. This man with these black hands who's running, he is running the United States like a casino, a bankrupt casino. Yes, Melbo, I am 21 times 3, okay? I'm up there, times 2. Anyway, he's running it like a casino. He's not running it like a true politician and creating laws and making sure that the country is running well. Instead, he's stealing all the money like a true vagrant that he is and persecuting those who speak out. Senator Kelly had every right to make that video. I thought the last time I checked, we have freedom of speech. We have freedom of speech. Senator Kelly can say what he wants to say. He's a grown man. Now, Frumpy may not like it, but who cares? Mm-hmm. We don't like the fact that he done tore down the east wing of the ballroom of the White House and turned it into a trap house with the tarp over it. With the tarp, yeah. Okay, next we're gonna see broken down cars in the front yard. Next, what else?
And the homeless gonna start camping out. They might as well.
I mean, it's so hood. And they got the nerve to say ghetto when they refer to us. No, baby, this is class. If you want to see ghetto, pull up to the White House while the man with the dirty diaper is in there. Anyway, I wanted to bring that to your attention. It was a lawsuit that was dropped by Pete Kegsbreath, by Senator Kelly against the U.S. government. He has every right to sue. I would sue, baby. Yeah, I would sue.
I don't blame.
As he should.
I don't blame Senator Kelly. He's a patriot. He's a true patriot.
True.
He put his life on the line for this country. as many others have. He's been a servant. He has went through a whole lot. He's went to space. I mean, he's done so much for the United States, and he retired with honors and with his ranking. And what a slap in the face to try to downgrade his ranking, because they can't take his retirement, but they can downgrade. They're attempting to downgrade his ranking so that they can snatch money from him, and he's not having it. And I'm glad he's fighting back. I'm glad he decided to fight back. No, we don't just lay down and let the cars drive over us. That's not who we are. And I'm glad he's doing that. And I wish more people would do that. Because
I have a question, sis.
Yeah.
And we might need to bring Ali up here because it's a serious.
Let's bring him up.
Let's bring him up.
Come on,
I have
Ali.
I have a question for the audience.
Yourself up here.
So when Frumpy decides to sorry about that, Ali. When Frumpy decides to close his eyes for the final time, all of these lawsuits that he has had, do they go away? Who's gonna pick up the pieces? You know, what happens?
We don't know. The lawyers may sue the estates. We've never been here before.
We've never had.
Like, is it gonna go to Melania? I mean,
JD Vance would be next in line, but he can't do that. He can't stay off the couch long enough to do anything other than, run up behind Trump and Erica Kirk.
Whoever is in control of what he was in control of. You know what I'm saying? So they may say, you know what, he's gone, let's drop it. Or they may continue, But
I mean, I am truly curious about that. Once he closes his eyes, what happens to all of the foolery that he has had going on? Jerome, all these lawsuits, the attacks.
In my honest opinion, this is just my opinion. He's done so much damage in such a short period of time that it's going to take years to
make
it better. And that's sad that the short period of time of the foolishness, it wasn't long. And how long it's going to take to make the corrections. It's sick.
It's crazy. And just by you saying that, Miss Morningstar, you got to think about the person who's going to run for office next. You really got to think, we got to put someone in there who will be smart enough to know how to back out all of this mess. Yes. Nobody on the Republican side smart, and that's an oxymoron.
Well, I saw one senator, he was saying, hey, he was calling out Stephen Miller. But some of them are growing the courage to kind of get at them. You know what I'm saying? So maybe slowly but surely, because what's going to happen, midterm is coming up. The temperature is rising, and they know, if you look, there's multiple contests that's been going Democratic ways. Mm-hmm. I mean, I think I looked at one just now, and it's like, okay, it's a good trend. So while you all was talking, some people don't know what the post office have done. They passed the rules so the post office could do what they want to your mail when you drop it off. They could put whatever date they want. So if your mortgage is due on the 5th and you drop it off on the 4th, they could postmark it on the 6th, and now you have, late
fees. Yes.
But if you have a ballot, your absentee ballot is due on the 5th, and you're able to drop it off on the 5th, and it counts. When you drop it off on the 5th, all they got to do is hold on to the 6th, the 12th, whatever, and then they postmark it, and then your vote don't count. Right?
Absolutely.
And that was strategic, y'all. Y'all remember back when he lost the 2020 election. That was strategic because he thought he won. Well, he knew he didn't win, but he
didn't win.
In his simple mind, when they were bringing in those votes from Pennsylvania, and then they went to the mail-in ballots, they had already told him ahead of time, like, sir, your numbers are gonna change because of mail. And he was trying to get ahead of the curve with his minions and get on live TV and say, it's over, I won. But there was still a count that needed to happen because of all of those postmark dates. So now he's trying to change the narrative, the rules to the game, and I'm froze again. He's trying to change the rules to the game and cheat. He cheat.
But remember, DeJoy wanted to get rid of the sorting machines.
Yes.
So it won't sort the amount of mail, especially when people are voting and the load that's coming. They wanted to get rid of the machine, so it slowed things down. Now, if you can postmark the ballots, especially if you drop it off in a drop box, your ballot just didn't get in time, so just don't count. Especially in Democratic era, especially. And now, couple that with this, Texas just passed. Well, Texas just gave up the voter registration information for all registered voters in Texas to this administration because they asked all the states.
Not Texas. Hot Wheels. Roll them, don't hold them. That's who gave it up. Hot Wheels. We got to call them by their names.
Imagine this. They got all the voter registration information. They know who's where, so they know who to affect.
Mm-hmm. What they want Harris County. That's what it is. They want Harris County so bad because Harris County is a blue dot in a purple state because Texas isn't red. They want you to believe it, but it's definitely purple.
More registered Democrats are in Texas than Republicans. I'm gonna say that one more time. There are more registered Democrats in Texas than there are registered Republicans.
Well, no surprise. I mean, Texas is the biggest state there is, and on top of Texas being the biggest state in the United States, it's more liberal here, especially.
We're not as big as New York, though.
No, I'm talking landmass wise.
Oh, okay.
Land-wise. People wise, it's New York, California.
New York, Cali.
But landmass wise.
And I think because like Harris County alone, which is Houston, it's blue.
It is.
It's, you can just walk through Harris County. It's blue.
It's blue.
You don't see nobody but us. You don't see anybody but melanated people, honestly.
Melanated and
Hispanic. They melanated. They melanated too. So that's what you see. And that's why I couldn't believe that Roll 'em, don't hold 'em won when he won. I said, no way, they cheated.
Well, of course they did.
Roll 'em, don't hold 'em.
That's how we got that man with them black hands in the office. You can't tell me different. Look, I'm not going to go back.
That's what they did.
Let's go ahead and introduce Ali. Welcome.
What you got, Ali?
Well, we're going to roll into this thing here. So we're going to get to some of the voting stuff. And voting matters. People are like, oh, voting doesn't matter. I'm not going to vote. It does. If voting didn't matter, they wouldn't try to gerrymander the states. Florida is trying to gerrymander even more. You're telling me voting doesn't matter, and Florida is already red, and they're trying to gerrymander Florida even more? We have to register to vote, and we have to show up to vote local and also general presidential elections. Go to vote.org, go to bluevoterguide.org, especially bluevoterguide.org, the color blue voterguide.org. Go to bluevoterguide.org and check out what's going on at your local zip code on up. You need to be involved. It is important. It's going to affect you, literally.
Absolutely.
So we have some senators, they're trying to get together and they're trying to make sure that they restrict the powers of the president because it's supposed to be a co-equal branch of government. And for some reason, Republicans are in charge and they roll over like a little puppy so you can scratch their belly, right? It's a little weird when you think we're living in a dictatorship and you can't say nothing about the president. If you do, you're out.
Man.
So let's listen to what's going on. And also we're going to hear Mike Johnson, and he's a little weasel. He is a little weasel. He's actually a little weasel.
Keebler elf. He's the Keebler. He's the Keebler elf.
Yep, check this out.
Little bitty.
His administration seeks to assert U.S. dominance in the Western Hemisphere. President Trump telling the New York Times the only thing that can limit his global power is his own morality.
Do you see any checks on your power on the world stage? Is there anything that could stop you if you wanted to?
Yeah, there's one thing, my own morality, my own mind. It's the only thing that can stop.
But on the Hill, the Senate trying to reinforce guardrails. In a rare rebuke from Republicans, the Senate narrowly agreeing to move forward to a vote to curb the president's use of force in Venezuela. 5 Republicans crossing party lines and joining Democrats to try and block the president from being able to send troops into Venezuela or anywhere else without congressional approval.
This resolution is limited to Venezuela, and it says that for future armed hostilities, there needs to be congressional authorization.
Trump slamming his defectors, saying they should be ashamed for attempting to take away our powers to fight and defend the United States of America, and adding that those 5 Republicans should never be elected.
Look at it. Look at the neck giant. Look. Anyway.
To office again. Trump has refused to rule out putting boots on the ground in Venezuela.
What would trigger a decision to send ground troops into Venezuela?
I wouldn't want to tell you that because, I can't give up information like that to a reporter.
So, if you have somebody in service, like you were saying, DJ Kitty, family members and all that, this is important because they're going to put them in harm's way for what exactly?
For his pockets. That's
just FYI to our listening TikTok audience. We got a restriction, so our audience has been minimized. But just letting y'all know, we'll go on to another account if anything happens. So, or y'all come over to YouTube and listen as well.
Yeah, they don't like when we say certain words, especially against their.
Yeah, come on over to YouTube.
So, listen to Mike Johnson here.
Powers and the compliance with federal law. We are not at war. We do not have U.S. armed forces in Venezuela, and we are not occupying that country. The Constitution gives Congress the power to declare war, that is true. But it also vests the President of the United States with vast authorities as Commander-in-Chief. Despite the claims by some of my colleagues, under the War Powers Act, there is no requirement for prior congressional approval or prior notification. And in fact, in this case, the intelligence was so sensitive, the conditions had to be perfect, there was no predetermination of when exactly it would occur. And if there had been prior notice, even assembling the Gang of Eight, for example, during the December holiday, it would have set off alerts and very likely might have been a leaked situation, which could have caused great damage to our.
You said leak situation? You remember Single Gate?
I mean, I remember it. It was right around the corner. Before you begin again, can I ask you a question, Ollie?
Mm-hmm.
Is it a new thing for the Republican Party to wear makeup? Because he's got on rouge number 12 his face just is red. Right up in here. Does he have on eyeshadow?
Them cheeks is a little rosy.
They're a little rosy.
He didn't contour the blush.
You gotta contour.
Yeah.
Blend it in.
I don't know for sure, but I feel like he likes leather. I just feel like he likes synthetic leather. I don't know for sure.
Like the chaps.
There's a sponge.
It's something about him, y'all.
I was just curious. I don't want to get us off track, but I know that people blend your makeup, sirs, blend.
Get you a blender brush. If you're gonna do it right.
Do it right. Okay, go ahead, Ali. I'm sorry. I digress.
Graham. He needs to get with Lindsey Graham.
To our forces, our troops there. Any claims to the contrary about the War Powers Act either misunderstand the statute and longstanding precedent, or they're just being disingenuous.
So he wants to give Donald the power to do what he wants without any congressional approval. That's his thing.
How about no? How about no?
That's what he wants to do. And this is why voting is important.
Your election headquarters, and it is an election night that will go down in the history books in DeSoto County. The Mississippi special election yesterday wasn't just another vote. It was the first time voters cast ballots in a newly created majority black Senate district ordered by a federal court. WRG's Alex Coleman talked with one of the winners who made history.
In DeSoto County, Mississippi, the votes have been counted. For Democrat Teresa Gillespie.
Mississippi, you're on the board. Let's go.
Isom, her decisive Senate victory was personal and historic.
Yes, it was history being made. First African-American senator, as well as the first female senator in DeSoto County. So it was history.
This election followed court-ordered redistricting. Voters in a newly created majority black Mississippi Senate district made their voices heard, electing Isom, who captured 63% of the vote over Republican Charlie Hoots's 37%.
He wants to be the representative for a black district.
He looked like he was the
Grand Wizard,
of the house. Like he was the house owner.
Yeah, he definitely looks like he has a white hat. Anyway, let's go. Can we take a break? Are you
We can take a break and come back, and we're gonna get into some other stuff. And woo-wee.
All right. While we take this break, I'm gonna go ahead and get me a fan. You are listening to Our Plugs, the Community Connection on WKRA 92.7 The Change. We'll be right back.
And I'd like for you to do one more thing for me. Hold up 2 fingers. This is you, and this is me, and the space that exists between us should be filled with value.
Equal, a global human initiative, and its value identity model are the outcomes of that day. The outcome that Prince, the revolution, and George Floyd produced.
Welcome to Compassion Counseling and Training Services, LLC, where healing takes flight. I am Nicole Wiley, licensed independent clinical social worker, and we empower children, individuals, families, and couples through individualized therapy via telehealth. Using evidence-based approaches like CBT and mindfulness, we help clients build resilience and rediscover their wings. If you're ready to begin your journey, visit CompassionCounselingandTrainingServices.com.
This fall, step into style that has bold and beautiful as the season itself. From cozy layers, statement pieces, Morningstar Boutique has everything to meet your needs. Affordable fashion meets everyday elegance. This season, it's your time to shine.
Welcome to Transformation Training Academy, where your journey to purpose starts here. Do strangers come up to you in public and ask for advice? Do your friends and family flock to you at the first sight of something being wrong? Do you have a passion for helping others? If so, this might be for you. For more information, email us at info@thetransformationtrainingacademy.com or go to ourplugs.com. Applications due November 10th.
How you doing, world? It's your man Colway here, a.k.a. Gold Cupid. Hey, checking in from Memphis, Tennessee. Singer, songwriter, producer, chef, vegan chef at that. Shout out Lost Vegan Food Company. And if you like good soulful music, if you just like good energy, then welcome home. I hope you have a great day. Shout out to Our Plugs.
And we are back. You are listening to Our Plugs, the Community Connection on WKRA 92.7 The Change. Okay, Ollie, we are back.
Hey, so listen, hey, it's crazy out here. We have people in the system that's supposed to be in high regard based on their positions. And we trust that these people should be, should have a neutral ground. And sometimes they don't. And this is what some of the effects are. And some of the people have to make quote unquote tough choices. You got to check this out. I hope you didn't have any case in front of her.
Breaking news from the 7 investigators. A local judge accused of making racist and homophobic comments is vacating her position after being removed from her docket more than a year ago.
It's a story the 7 investigators first broke in September of 2024. 7 investigator Heather Catallo is here with what she has learned.
This has been a long process. You'll recall we revealed recordings of Judge Kathleen Ryan making some shocking statements. Judge Ryan has essentially been on paid leave for 15 months and once described herself in those recordings as untouchable. The Judicial Tenure Commission has been investigating this for more than a year, but they did not take action against her. Her lawyers confirmed
she's been on paid leave for 15 months. She was being paid
to do nothing.
Confirming to me late today that she is retiring, and the vacancy for her position has already been posted by the governor's office for potential candidates to apply for an appointment to the bench.
I can honestly say that. Okay, I'm not systemically racist. I'm a new racist.
The 7 investigators were the first to reveal the recordings that.
You heard it. She says she's not systemically racist. She is a new racist.
What's a new racist?
What's a new racist?
I mean, what they doing? New moves? They busting new moves or something?
Okay.
I mean,
listen.
Are they racist towards white people now? What's new?
What's the new racist? 2020, 26 racist? I mean,
2026. Now y'all racist against white people because everything else, y'all racist against everyone else.
Baby, bye.
That Oakland County officials say prompted Judge Kathleen Ryan's removal from her docket in August of 2024.
Black. I'm so off at this Black Lives Matter, #MeToo, all this. Oh my God, like you.
On Wednesday, a judicial vacancy was posted on the State Bar website.
New racist, okay?
Saying the former Oakland County Chief Probate Pro Tem Judge was vacating her position on the bench.
The Honorable Kathleen A. Ryan presiding. Good morning. You may be seated.
Ryan was a probate judge for 13 years until the Oakland County Probate Court administrator filed a complaint against her, alleging Ryan had been harassing him, calling him after hours for years, and making racist and other inappropriate comments.
I've never met anybody that enjoys hurting people and brags about it the way she does, or intimidating people, scaring people.
Hutton says his complaint was not acted on for months, so he then sent the recordings of his calls with Judge Ryan to state and county officials.
I just want to make it right, and I want the people in Oakland County that come to court to get a fair shake, to have their day in court, to have an unbiased trier of facts.
If you're black from any other country, you're doing way better. If you're an American black person, then you're a lazy piece of.
Judge Ryan has been paid for the last 15 months while she was out of the courthouse, and taxpayers have been footing the bill for visiting judges to handle her docket. Now her lawyers say she is retiring and leaving the bench. Judicial Tenure Commission investigations are not public unless they reach the point of the JTC filing formal charges. Again, that did not happen in this case, so the results of that will not be made public. Now, meanwhile, I did speak with one of Judge Ryan's colleagues, Judge Daniel A. O'Brien. He said Judge Ryan was a good judge, and he expressed frustration that the court was left with visiting judges for so long while the JTC investigated, saying that really left a lot of cases not having continuity. So at least there's some resolution. She's retiring.
I got questions.
Her friend wanted her to still be on the bench to make
That's
rules.
it. Mm-hmm. I have questions. What state is this? What city is this? Oakland, California?
Let's see. Let me pull it back. Let me pull it back.
It said Oakland.
That breaking news from the 7 investigators. A local judge accused of making racist and homophobic comments is vacating her position.
Yeah, we can find out. We can find
out where. And then my second question, like I said, when she said new racist, the man that she was leaving those voice messages for, that was a whole white man. I told y'all, the new racist is racist against white people now. They racist against us as well.
Detroit.
Oakland, Detroit. Is it
Detroit.
Oakland?
Oakland is the county. It's the
County.
county. So it could be a
County,
county.
but it's in Detroit.
You know, it could be Detroit. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
But the nerve in Detroit, not in
Detroit.
Hold on, powerful black woman.
They need to pull all her. They need to pull.
We know.
Everyone she's
We need to
convicted.
pull up. The funny thing about people like her, you know, first of all, she was chasing after that dude with a, you know, trying to get in where she fit in. We knew what she was trying to get because you seen her neck. She ain't had no neck. That's what she's mad about. The neck is gone. She had y'all go look at the video. She had the frog neck. She threw. That's what she mad about. She busted. And this is how they act. When you get busted being racist and you busted in the face, you mad at the world. Ma'am, it is not our fault, okay? I'm glad. And why she get to retire? Why they ain't take her pension? Why she didn't get punished for those racist comments?
Why didn't she get rung up on charges? Those were
They said tenured judges' decisions for removal are private. It's not disclosed to the public.
Why?
They should pull her dockets and see who she was fair and or
transparency.
unfair to. I'm pretty sure she did a lot of unfair things in her 13 years.
Yes, we need full transparency.
Gobbler neck.
The other judge was mad that she was unpaid leave. That she
he's just as dirty. Trust me. Trust me when I tell you. He's just. Why are you mad that a rotten judge who is a new racist against
black people,
exactly.
Let me Google what new racist means. Let me see if they got it.
Check that judge. That's the friend, like you said, Kitty, because something ain't right with you.
All right. So guess what? Technology is moving forward.
Of course, it's a new year with new technology for the Tampa Police Department. TPD now unveiling 3 new tools to help people in need, ranging from language barriers to getting a better picture of why someone even calls 911.
And Tampa Bay 28 reporter Jada Williams got a firsthand demonstration today, and she's showing us exactly how all this works.
We've all heard the phrase, I can show you better than I can tell you, and that's exactly what is now happening with Tampa Police Department's 911 dispatch, where they are allowing callers to show as well as tell. So I'm going to try it out to show you guys how it's working. It all starts by dialing 911.
Tampa 911, what is the address of your emergency?
So now I'm on the phone with 911, and instead of a call, I am actually looking directly at my camera, and on the other end, 911 can see everything that I'm seeing and showing them, and it's all going to be recorded and saved for all of the future police work. I also went inside the Tampa Public Safety Communications Center, where dispatchers are already using the tool.
Basically, this is where the platform lives on the dispatcher screen.
TPD Communications Supervisor Richard Parsons walked me through the process.
This is the Tampa Police Department asking you to go live.
When someone calls 911, dispatchers will be able to text a link. With permission on the device, the caller will be able to share their camera and what they're seeing with dispatch.
If we can get the pictures, if we can get the vantage point of wherever the person may be calling from faster via this technology, it's going to get to the first responders faster and just cut that time lapse that we may be working with.
That's just one of the improvements. According to the 2023 census data, 28.2% of people in Tampa speak a language other than English at home, plus all of our tourists.
Translation. Press and hold button, then say, translate to X or auto detect.
Auto detect.
Automatic detection enabled.
Tampa Police body-worn cameras will now bridge the language barrier gap at the push of a button. Here's a demonstration of the live translation in action.
No, I don't know where he went. I only know that he took my car.
A lot of times when we're on traffic stops or calls for service, there's a break in that moment where we're having to call additional resources, which will be another officer from another district, your squad, and they may be on a call. And that could be 5 minutes, that can be 30 minutes waiting for them to get there. And sometimes you don't have an officer to translate a specific language, whereas now we have 100 different languages we can translate.
And lastly, TPD is utilizing artificial intelligence to make sure the right answer is always close by.
For all of our policies and procedures,
Officers have the ability now through an app to go through and type in, I'm on a domestic violence call. What are some things I need to know? And it'll respond back immediately with that. The next version of that will be through the body-worn camera, and it'll actually be a conversation.
Police Chief Lee Burkow promises this is just the beginning of the department's technological advances.
Actually, that is actually amazing. And hopefully,
That
if
is.
used in the right way, it will save people's lives because
Yeah.
you're being recorded and the police are watching you right now. That is actually really good.
I think so. And I think too, like in emergency situations, if a child is choking, they might be able to tell you how to properly do the Heimlich or whatever it is you need to do. Or if you have to, do CPR on someone until the emergency crew is there, they can really see what you're doing and say, okay, you're not doing it right. Push harder,
Yeah.
I think it's great.
I do too. I think it's a great thing. Thank you for bringing some good news.
Yeah.
And the body cam too can translate to different languages. So the barrier.
I like that too.
Me too.
Yeah, the translating, because nobody got time to go try to find an interpreter in an event of an emergency.
Absolutely. Ali, now that because we're on Florida, I do have one question. Did you hear about Florida has leprosy?
It probably got more stuff, but this is what we just know about it, I'm pretty sure we got more than that.
When's the last time that was out?
BC.
There is leprosy.
You said before
Florida.
Christ?
Yes.
Before Christ.
Leprosy.
What are we doing? What are we doing?
What? Please,
not bathing.
Somebody explain to me what leprosy is. I don't even know. I know what it is, but I don't know what it is.
Okay, let me get into it.
I mean, we need to, because I know
Job had leprosy in the Bible.
In the Bible, was that the bubbles?
All over his body, yes.
The bubbles.
Yeah, you got
Job.
you can put in leprosy in Florida 2025 in your browser, and it's gonna pull it up. Yeah, leprosy, y'all.
How you get it?
Be careful.
Is it in the water? It ain't in the ocean.
It's in Florida if you want some.
Leprosy is on the rise in Florida with 36 cases reported so far this year.
That's
compared to 2024. This was in December 5th of 2025. Why is there even leprosy even still around?
RFK. How the heck do you catch leprosy?
Now we're gonna change the mood now.
Go ahead.
This is where we change.
I'm on mute.
All right. This young man is fishing. He's 14 years old. He's fishing. Ain't nothing should be, just fishing. But listen to the adult that saw him fishing and had a problem, and listen to the solution he has.
Yes, you are. I'm allowed to fish whenever I'm 14.
You're an idiot.
I'm not.
Read the signs. If I catch you out here again, I'm gonna punch your lights out so hard you knock yourself out, and I'm gonna drown you.
Okay.
Get the out of here.
Okay.
For Victoria Rentana's 14-year-old son, fishing is not just a hobby.
He lives and breathes it. It's everything to him. So every day he has to get his little fix of fishing. It's like non-negotiable.
And that was no different on October 22nd. After school, Rentana says her son went to Sullivan Park's pond near Onion Creek to fish.
Right here.
But how does fishing turn into this?
No.
Yes, you are.
I'm allowed to fish whenever I'm 14.
You're an idiot.
I'm not.
Read the.
So he's saying I'm allowed to fish because I'm 14, and 14 years old, you don't need a fishing license because you're 14 years old.
Signs. If I catch you out here again, I'm gonna punch your lights out so hard you knock yourself out, and I'm gonna drown you.
Okay.
Get the out of here.
Okay.
So shocked, hurt that someone would think it's okay to say that to anyone, much less a child. and especially for phishing.
Ratana posted the video on social media where it garnered more than 1,000 comments on Reddit. She explained that before the man made the threat, he asked if her son had a fishing license.
And my son said, I don't need a fishing license, I'm 14. In the state of Texas, you don't need one until you're 17.
Which was confirmed by Texas Parks and Wildlife law enforcement. Ratana filed a police report, but Austin police say filing charges in this case isn't simple.
So our detectives looked at that video, they did a brief investigation on it, and they determined that that case didn't meet the elements of a terroristic threat. However, it did meet the elements of an assault.
Where my keys at? What time we leaving, y'all? Because
He said,
You ready to gas it up?
Yeah, I'm already gassed up. Let's go.
Because did they show who he was? Because you saw I rolled my sleeves.
Do we have a name?
He said, I'm going to punch you so hard when you fall, you're going to knock yourself out and then
I'm going to drown
put you under the water and see if you can breathe.
Okay. My
Assault
car
by
is
threat.
ready. I'm going to turn it on right now.
Come pick me up, sis. I'm ready to ride. Let's ride out.
Let's listen to what this officer said that they found out when they reviewed the case.
Police report, but Austin police say filing charges in this case isn't simple.
So our detectives looked at that video, they did a brief investigation on it, and they determined that that case didn't meet the elements of a terroristic threat. However, it did meet the elements of an assault by threat, which is a Class C misdemeanor.
Corporal Jose Mendez says both an assault by threat, a Class C misdemeanor, and a terroristic threat, a Class B misdemeanor, both deal with threats that create fear. But the difference is the imminent danger a victim faces in the moment. For example,
So if you look at it, there's a pond there, right? He threatens to drown him. So the means are there. He never walks towards the individual when he makes that threat, but simply turns around and walks away.
Mendez also pointed out that in the video, the man says, if you come here again before leaving.
So in that sense, there's really...
So he has to do it first, and then we charge him.
It's hard to place like an imminent danger to an individual.
So APD is letting the courts decide what happens next.
Okay.
If that was a black man and a white boy, we would be having a completely different conversation.
Do you know how deep my family would show up?
Baby.
Next, we will all come back to the same spot.
And fish.
And turn around and fish and wait. We fish all night. You wait for you to come. Show up. Come on, pop off. And matter of fact, as soon as you showed up and he pointed you out.
Yeah, hey, but you know, sometimes reality is weirder than fiction. Fellas, be careful out here. I'm just saying, be careful who you choose because you may choose the wrong person.
This man says he's been living a nightmare after the woman he dated falsely accused him of fathering twins.
For the last decade, it's been a miserable experience.
Michael Maricini says he met podcaster Laura Owens in 2016.
My name is Laura Owens.
After 2 months of casual dating, Michael says she told him she was pregnant.
Did you think that there was any way you could have gotten her pregnant?
I had major doubts because we had only had protected sex.
Was there anything unusual about the pregnancy?
There were twins.
He says Owens bombarded him with fake pregnancy tests and photos from a clinic after claiming to have had unsuccessful abortions.
I was petrified. I had a pit in my stomach.
She said she had unsuccessful AB. How do you
do that?
For months. And the last thing I would ever want to do was have a child with her.
After 6 months of chaos, Michael claims Laura Owens finally admitted to making up multiple pregnancies.
Did you think that she was pretending to be pregnant to keep you in the relationship?
I did.
According to Michael, after he broke up with Laura Owens, he says she came up with a new story that he had abused her. That claim totally upended Michael's life.
She said that I had strangled her, that I had taken her within inches of her life, that I had beat her on a regular occasion.
Were you ever physically abusive?
No,
Did you ever threaten her?
No.
Michael says they were all lies.
The story gets better, folks. Just hang with me.
But Laura Owens obtained a domestic violence restraining order against him. Michael's wife, Danielle.
We've spent many nights crying.
Wait,
because
hold
we just.
on. Hold on. Hold up. Wait, stop. Time out. Hold on.
Pause.
It gets even better than this.
Is this a stand by your man situation, baby? Hold on.
I'm trying to figure out, is this a new wife? Like,
how long
new
they been married?
Is this a new wife? Or
because it takes.
I got questions first. Like, how long ago this happened? Is this a whole thing?
He used protection, okay?
Look, Ali, I don't care nothing about no protection. That is a wife. They said wife. And when they say wife, that means that man was married.
Talking about he was with somebody for 2 months.
Felt powerless, helpless.
They say the restraining order ruined job opportunities and Michael's reputation. Danielle says she was too scared to post their wedding photos from 2 years ago, fearing Laura Owens' reaction.
I felt fearful that she may come and harm me. She's just so unpredictable. You don't know what she may or may not.
It gets
Girl,
better.
you just don't know what your husband may or may not do because you was married to him. It said 2 years ago, and then go ahead, Ali. I'm gonna be quiet.
It gets better. It gets better.
But Michael wasn't Owens' only alleged target.
I'm dealing with the most crazy individual I've ever met in my life.
TV's former bachelor, Clayton Eckert, recently went public with his own battle with Laura Owens. He said, like Michael, Laura Owens accused him of fathering twins, but a judge said that she lied.
We ask that you keep us in our thoughts and prayers.
Now, Clayton, Michael, and another alleged victim of Owens, Greg Gillespie, are teaming up, issuing a public warning. They say that Laura Owens has a pattern of falsely accusing men of impregnating her with twins that never exist.
Laura, Scottsdale Police.
Another jaw-dropping development. Police served a search warrant at Laura Owens' home in Scottsdale, Arizona. She now faces 14 felony counts, alleging she committed fraud and perjury against Clayton and Greg Gillespie.
You guys don't understand!
White woman
Attorney
tears.
Rachel Juarez from the court TV show Hot Bench represents Michael Maricini.
When her pregnancy claim doesn't work out because no baby comes, she resorts in a lot of ways to restraining orders. I've never seen anybody do something like this.
This month, a restraining order against Michael was dismissed after Laura Owens failed to show up to a recent court hearing. She told Inside Edition she was hospitalized at the time with a severe medical condition and she couldn't make the court date and is appealing.
What, in your view, is justice in this case?
I think the only thing that will change her is actually going to prison.
Laura Owens has pleaded not guilty to criminal charges. She denies Michael Maricini's allegations and says she's telling the truth.
Girl, you go jail.
Why women are not okay?
They not spiraling, baby.
They're not okay.
First, I could see if
fatal attraction for real.
If it were just one guy, then maybe, but this was 3 separate men. Whew. And one of them was married, and the wife sitting right next to him talking about stand by your man. Go ahead, Ali.
Listen, 2 years ago they got married, and she didn't want to post those pictures because she didn't want to infuriate
2 years ago.
The side chick.
Married your husband for 2 years, and he got a side chick, and you got on.
She was scared of the side piece.
You got on national public. You went public with this man. Ladies, cut it out.
And she looks super sweet, y'all. That's how they do. That's how the Beckys do.
She was crying too. What do you mean?
Her picture, she's like, that's such a good way.
Girl.
Man, listen.
I'm going to take you to
devilish, y'all. Devilish.
It's going to flip a script right now, and I'm going to take it to South Florida. Donald Taylor is a person that's been in trouble with the law, got warrants, all these things. They unalived him. I'm gonna foretell it. But you have to see what they did, because what they did is not what they said happened. This is the video. For people on TikTok, because this is the last video, you might want to go to YouTube.
You might want to see this one.
You might want to go to YouTube. Our Plugs LLC, because I could tell you, but you have to see it.
And I'm gonna tell our listeners, y'all may want to go back and play this and look at the YouTube video. Make sure y'all go to Our Plugs LLC and take a look at this video.
And while you're there, subscribe and like, please.
Yes, when you go on there, subscribe and like.
Donald Taylor is walking down the street with his hands out, and there's two police officers behind him. His back is towards them. He's walking, and his hands never dropped down to the side, never did any funny movements. His hand is stretched all the way out.
To have to watch. So let's go ahead and play it.
What are you doing? What are you guys listening? Don't move! Do not move! Do not reach! Do not reach! Do not reach! I'm leaving.
Attorney Arian White, representing the Taylor family. She joins us now from Miami. Okay, so walk us through this here. Were they trying to execute a warrant? What happened here? We have this video, and he's walking away. Is he walking away from a home? Is he in a driveway, in an alley? Explain to us exactly what we just saw.
Okay, well, first, thank you for having me, Roland. He is walking away. So the beginning of this video, there are a couple videos, and he is walking towards where we now know the police officers were. But then he's seen walking away, and you can kind of hear the commotion of when the interaction with the officers first begins. It's not an alleyway, it's a street where there's just more street. It's a neighborhood, it's a community. He's not on anybody's property, he's just walking down the street. And he comes into contact with these police officers, and he walks away, as you saw, with his hands up, with his arms out. And he's shot in the back once, a fatal shot. I am of the opinion, I'm not a medical expert, but it appears very clearly he died right there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was an unalived shot.
I'm going to play it one more time. And
no,
okay.
You will not play that again. No. We can't watch that again. Viper Vet. There's only so much that we can take. And watching another Black man being gunned down in America after centuries since we came to this country is heartbreaking, and I don't want to see it again.
I tried to find the police report, but I think what they said was different from what happened, because
of course they lied. They didn't
realize that there was video. The person who had the video, they released it because they saw the narrative,
the camera.
Yep.
So are they under investigation?
Now they are.
Now they are.
Now they are.
You know, again,
that's cold murder, man.
We're gonna wrap this show with what we're seeing now is what every Black and brown person fears in this country. Every last one of us, we fear that when we walk outside our doors or even inside our doors, that some deranged, racist, now they have new racist cop will take us out of here and away from our families, and for what? And now we have a white tea woman who experienced what we've experienced for forever, and now we're supposed to. No, I'm gonna continue with our plugs and making sure that our community has what it needs. But white people, this is your mess. Get out there and fix it. Fix it. And not just for Renee Good. Fix it for everyone. We are tired. Ali, thank you so much for joining. I found out that leprosy is a bacterial microbacterium that is caused primarily contracted through prolonged close contact with untreated infected people, typically via respiratory droplets, so saliva. And I also found out what a new racist is. Y'all want to know what a new racist is really quick? The new definition of a new racist, y'all get this, is racism, definition analysis. For the most of modern history, the word racism carried a clear, narrow meaning: prejudice or discrimination against an individual based on race or ethnicity. This classical definition emphasized personal belief and action, a matter of individual bias. If a person denies someone a job, housing, or social standing because of skin color, that was racism. It was a moral and legal wrong rooted in observable behavior. This understanding dominated the public. Okay, so the new racism is in the last 2 decades, especially with the rise of DEI frameworks, the definition has undergone a second major expansion. Today, in many public and institutional contexts, racism increasingly describes any perceived ideological opposition to DEI narratives, even when race is not the direct subject. The shift means that disagreement with a policy designed in the name of equity, such as race-based hiring quotas, admission preference, or curriculum mandates, can be labeled as racist, regardless of whether the critique references race at all. The focus has moved from prejudice, what you feel, and systematic bias, what the system does, to perceivable disloyalty to a prescribed ideology position. So in other words, against white people. That's how I'm going to take it. Anyway, Ali, thank you so much for bringing us here, bringing us the news, bringing us, making us aware. Any last words?
Donald Taylor.
Yeah, since we said folks' names.
I hope they have a new capital punishment where they drive a train over you. He would definitely qualify for that.
Yeah. In the back, walking away. Miss Morningstar, we're going to go ahead and close out the show, honey. Can you close us out?
Yes, we are. Have a good day, Holly Springs and Memphis, Tennessee. Y'all be careful out there. Make sure you stay intact with yourself. Make sure you stay away from foolery. And we'll be back tomorrow. We'll have our ladies in the building for mental health awareness. We all need it.
Sure.
We all need it. So y'all have a great day. Stay motivated, stay positive. And thank you, Ali, as always. And WKRA 92.7 The Change, TikTok, and YouTube Live. We love y'all. Thank you. Have a good one.
Hey, y'all. It's DJ Kitty.
And Miss Morningstar.
We are here from Our Plugs, the Community Connection, and we will be your new morning host on WKRA 92.7 The Change.
Yes, we will be broadcasting Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. Central Standard Time.
We'll also be streaming on YouTube at Our Plugs LLC.
Be sure to tune in.